This street, it has a heartbeat, a rhythm set long before I was even born. It's the rhythm of my grandfather's footsteps on this very porch.
He worked 2 shifts just to call this small piece of the world his own.
And my grandmother? Her laughter was the neighborhood's favorite song. They built a sanctuary here, not just for us, but for anyone who needed a plate on Sunday. This house holds the scent of sweet potato pie and the echo of old gospel records. Growing up, everyone knew everyone. We were a village.
You couldn't walk down the block without tipping your hat to an elder.
Respect wasn't just taught. It was woven into the fabric of the air we breathed.
But time moves, and lately, it feels like it's moving faster than we can keep up.
Things started to change. At first, it was just whispers on the wind.
Then, the landscape began to shift. Familiar faces were replaced by new ones. The corner store where I bought penny candy became a modern cafe with bare walls.
It was beautifully designed, sure. But I couldn't help but miss the old soul.
Then came the envelopes. Polished, heavy paper.
Offers to buy. Generous numbers promising a fresh start somewhere else. I watched my neighbors make their choices. And I understood.
Some needed the funds to send their kids to college.
Some were just tired of the upkeep of these old historical bones.
I stood on the sidewalk, watching the familiar pieces of my childhood pack up. We exchanged warm handshakes and promises to stay in touch.
But we both knew the block would never be the same. Soon, the polished cars and blueprints became a daily sight.
Men in sharp suits would knock, polite but persistent.
Kind of rocking.
It's a great opportunity. The market is peaking.
And I won't lie, I thought about it. The money could buy a newer house, maybe in the quiet suburbs.
It would be easier. No more fixing the drafty windows. But then, I went up to the attic.
I found my grandfather's old leather journal.
Inside, there were no complaints about hard work. Only gratitude. Gratitude for having a roof to shelter his family. A place where he was the king of his own castle, despite what the world outside told him. I realized that this house wasn't just wood and brick.
It was a testament, a monument to their resilience. They didn't buy this home as an investment to flip.
They bought it to put down roots.
Deep, unshakable roots.
If I leave, a piece of our history gets painted over in generic gray.
The porch where my grandmother told stories would become just another concrete step. I looked at the letter in my hand one last time.
The money was good. But legacy? Legacy is priceless.
I made my decision. I am staying.
I respectfully declined the offers. A firm, polite no, thank you.
It wasn't about resisting change. It was about anchoring our presence within it.
I decided to breathe new life into the old bones of this house.
Preserving the soul while making it strong for the future.
I started spending more time on the front porch again. Being visible. Being a reminder that we are still here. The new neighbors are different, yes. But community is what you make it. I introduced myself. Shared some of the history of this street. They listened. They respected the legacy. Sometimes, bridging the gap just takes a welcoming spirit.
I want the kids growing up here now to still feel that warmth. To know that some doors are always open, some porches are always safe.
To be the elder that my grandfather was to me.
True wealth isn't just the equity in a property. It's the peace of mind, knowing you honor those who came before you.
It's holding space in a world that constantly tries to shift the ground beneath you.
By staying, I protect our chapter in this city's story.
Recently, I hosted a family dinner. The first big one in years.
Relatives came from out of town. Aunts, uncles, cousins. When they walked through that door, you could see the relief in their eyes.
Home was still here. The sanctuary was still standing.
We filled the house with music, laughter, and gratitude. Being visible. Being a reminder that we are still here.
Their spirit is baked into the very foundation of this place.
And as long as I have breath, their legacy will not be erased.
Neighborhoods change. Skylines change. That's the nature of the world.
But some things are meant to remain. Recently, I hosted a family dinner. The first big one in years. I am the keeper of this soil now.
And when the time comes, I'll pass these keys to the next generation.
So they too will know exactly where they came from.
I chose to stay, and I have never been more home.